think we're all here. Yes, that is it. So 423. I just wanted to make sure we get it in the recording real quick. So we got the date in the recording too. Today is 12/6 all day long. We're doing 432 today. There is no math class tomorrow. Sorry to break your heart. Tomorrow is map testing. So we won't be map testing till later in the day. Yeah, like in the afternoon, but you do not have math class tomorrow because we have a modified schedule. So here's 424. It will also be in the recording. The answer keys are also on Schoology. So guys, you could like play the game and just get your homework done, but if you don't know what you're doing, it's a waste of time. Like even if you get stuff on your paper, even if you like pull a fast one on me and you get a check, even though you didn't put effort in really, you're only really messing with yourself. So remember, like we do this practice for you guys. At the end of the day, come May, y'all move on, right? Like you're only my kids for a year. You're only my students. I mean, really, I'll always help you with math. I do tutor some high school kids that like used to go to Phoenix or never went to Phoenix. Like I tutor people, but like really, you're only here for a year. So we just got to do as much as we can and grow as much as we can. Alex? Oh yeah. And you can come like at extensions or whenever. Like if Mr. Hall has a big line, like you've probably noticed Zero's down here sometimes just because Zero like likes getting help from me. They like how I explain things. All right, any questions on 424? All right, Christian, you can put those worksheets away, Captain Complainer, that you had so much on your desk. And what you need out is your 432, right? Your 432, and then we're gonna need algebra tiles to match. Like we're gonna build these different shapes. So guys, go ahead and pull out at least an x squared. Get out a couple x's and a few ones. I think we'll end up needing 3 ones. So pull out an x squared, 2 x's, and 3 ones for each of us, right? For each of us. So we're going to need an x squared. We're going to need 2 x's. And the ones are the toughest to get to because they're at the bottom of the can. The ones are the toughest to get to.
Good, bro. Good.
I like coffee.
I love the smell of coffee beans, and
I never liked the taste of it till I was in college.
I tried my grandpa's black coffee once.
Oh well, black coffee is really bitter.
I'm afraid to try it again now.
Black coffee is really bitter. Like if you don't put any sweetener or creamer or anything in it, it's bitter. So hey, you guys can really do this without me. With your teammate, figure out the perimeter and area of each of these shapes below. So you should have a P equals and an A equals. So chat with each other, build those shapes, and then count up, or you can label on your paper. So I should see us trying to build that first shape. X squared in the middle, X's on the sides of it, 1's on the top of it. Yeah, you're building it. So I don't know that we have the right tiles out, guys. We don't need this, we don't need that. So what I said, the directions I gave, get out an X squared, get out 2 X's, and get out 3 1's. We need X squared, actually. Blue one. You don't want purple.
Then you're gonna want to get
We don't want 5's, actually. We need X squared, 2 X's. We can probably get rid of some. I made it.
I think you need a bigger one. Why are you too small? You need the bigger one. The bigger
Guys,
one.
you have way too many big tiles.
These are fine, I think.
I can take some extra
that's
big
the
tiles
same.
away from you.
That's fine. Those should be good. As
And
long
I'll
as
go
they're all
ahead
the
and
size. That one looks good, actually. I think that is great. Because this looks weird on my X. Diamond, you have all of them? Good. Looks good.
So you're gonna want to pull out blue tiles. So this is let's go ahead and put away what we don't need out. So this can be put away, this can be put away, this can be put away, that's graded. All of this graded work can be put away. So this is not graded. This we're doing today. What did we say to have? 432. So this can be put away, but it's not graded yet. These are all graded. Where do you keep your graded stuff?
Need that one out. So this one's put away. That's okay.
Where do you put your graded stuff?
432 is
Your
the
done things that have checks. Where do those go? Back of the binder, front of the binder. Where do you put them? Okay, so you decide to put these somewhere because you don't need these out.
I'm cursing myself out for not labeling one of these.
Well, you can do it now.
Which one do you have to label? This big blue tile and the...
Gosh.
June, it's,
Is it this one, June?
yes.
It's X10.
I was doing tired, honestly. Exactly.
Perimeter
Miss.
and
I
area.
think so.
Perimeter and area. And we will use random cards to have you help me. So 432 from yesterday. Do you know if you got the stapled one? Did you come up and grab it from me or maybe not? You may have forgotten to get it. So 432.
Well, we're supposed to be doing something right now.
431. So it looks like we might be missing 432.
Where'd it go?
So I got 432 in the back.
Look and see it here. It's like, okay, well, this is a big long one. This is this side view right here. 6. We're trying to find the perimeter.
All right. If you practice this on your homework, you got some practice doing this. If you didn't, you maybe haven't gotten any practice doing this. But if we build our tile shape, right, it's going to look like this. And we should use some random cards. We're probably at a place where I might as well shuffle.
It's a cat.
So what would you start doing, June, as you approach this problem, like if it was on your homework?
Skip.
You don't have any what you could do. All I want is one thing we could
told
do.
me to like, what? I never told, no. You said
That
skip
doesn't
before
mean
I-
it's going to go to miss.
Okay, well, I skipped this.
Fine. Moss, what could we do around our shape to start helping? Or like, so do you want to do area first or perimeter first, I guess is what we could ask. I will tell you, area is easier.
Wouldn't area literally just be the x and then the x squared and then the x and then the area of the two little cubes?
So, like Moss says, area will literally be what we have in the shape. So how many x squareds? 1. So we can say 1, or you don't even have to put the 1. We can say 1x squared. How many x's do we have? 2. So we can say 2x. Because we cannot put these together. They're different tiles, right? One's a square, one's a rectangle. They're not the same tile. These can't add together.
I skipped because I didn't know what Moss was just like. What Moss just
Oh, you're
said.
good. And then, how many 1 tiles? 2, so we'll say plus 2. I'm going to change color for perimeter just to make my paper kind of make a bit more sense in my head. You don't have to, but you know, you can if you want to. Addie, what's your next thought? If we're going to start attacking perimeter now.
I think I have it.
So I don't want the answer, I want how you got there.
I don't
Well, what do you mean? Because I don't know. I don't have, like, there's labels inside, but I don't have labels around the outside. Sure, you want to come and label it on my paper?
Sure.
I don't care. You're doing my job. Just don't say it too loudly. Because I get paid and you don't. So what are you going to do? Well, hold on. Keep it under the camera. So they can, so grab, you can say you're in charge.
No, I'm not saying.
Addie's like, no, I will not be in charge of the
I don't
class.
want to do anything else.
So yeah, if you did not label around your shape yet, label like Addie's doing. Like we did yesterday at the end of class. Beautiful. So Addie labeled the edge of x squared, right? The edge of x squared is x long. But also the long edge of the x tile is also x long. But the end, the short end of our x tiles, these are 1s. And our 1 tiles, there's 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. Now you could label 3, right, if you want to go ahead and put those together. But then, Addie, what do I do after I have everything labeled?
So you have to add up all the x's and all the y's.
So how many x's do we have together? 4 x's. So I don't know where I'm going to write this. Maybe up here. Perimeter equals 4x plus, how many 1s do we have all the way around? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So our perimeter ends up being 4x plus 8. Take a moment or two if you haven't done B yet, and even if you have, go ahead and check B and C with your partners and or turn to another group and see if they agree with you. Area and perimeter for both, for all of them. Call either me or Miss Martin over if you need some help. You should be labeling all the way around. What? Good. So you don't need any help, I'm guessing? You're just flexing. I'm sorry that I didn't leave quite enough space. Notice how I section off papers and label the sections of examples in class versus what this would. So do you know how to label around your shape? Because right now you not doing it makes me feel like you don't know how to do it. Destiny, have you guys figured out your area for B?
Almost. Well, we're doing perimeter first.
Oh, you're doing perimeter first. Perimeter's a little tougher, so go ahead and keep working. I guess for perimeter, I should probably label around the shape. So if you need to check your labeling, go ahead and look up here. Wait a minute. Keegan, can you tell me why I'm saying wait a minute? What do you mean? What do you mean? What's our area here? I like when Keegan's unamused when I ask the same thing again. He's like, it's the same, man. It's the same! X squared, 2x, and 2. X squared, 2x, and 2. It's the same. 1x squared plus 2x's plus 2 for area, right? It's literally the same tiles. Now wait, did perimeter actually stay the same? Well, 1, 2, 3, 4 x's, right? Okay, 4 x's. What, Christian? It did stay the same because 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, I got 4 over here, 4 over there. I got plus 8. It did actually stay the same.
Oh, and then I was just guessing. This is the last one.
Whoa. That was not as hard as we thought it was gonna be. Gabe, what's up, man?
I know the perimeter.
Okay, well, before we do it, I probably got a label, right? So on this end, around the 1 tile, guys, if you haven't done this, please do this. 1, 1, 1. What about my X? How long is my X tile? Just X. And 1 and 1. X and X.
Fairly easy.
1.
What?
Whoa!
Hey, yo.
My bad.
Sure, you're bad. Okay, June.
Hey,
What-
I forgot.
Then what's our perimeter here, June?
Well, no, I only said it because it's just X in
And now
one
she said the
tile.
J word.
You
June.
need it.
How many X's?
There are words in my vocabulary I use every day.
4x.
But here we're ooh. Gabe
Yes.
is saying 4x.
What Gabe said.
4x, 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah, we'll get
And wait a minute. Plus, that's the same perimeter. Is this the same shape?
Yeah.
No. This is a totally different, but it's the same perimeter. Now wait, when we go to do area,
this is crazy.
what's the area here?
2x.
2x plus 3.
This is crazy.
Any questions on 85?
No. I only said that because they're just two words that I use every single day in my vocabulary.
Okay. We'll let it slide. We'll let it slide.
I will try not to say the J and E word again.
Okay, so I forgot yesterday, and guys, you gotta, even if you don't like it, you gotta like respect my feelings, right? If you're better at arts and crafts than me, don't pick on me, right? No judgment zone. So this is X, right? Just like this tile, this is X. I just made it a bit bigger. Now here's the problem with these. This makes you feel like X is stuck. X is not stuck.
Oh.
X, yeah, I know, let's get intense. X can change size.
Oh.
So
I
this
was
is
wondering why
our
there were flaps on the side.
flexible, get it? X flex.
Ah.
This
I was
is our
wondering.
flexible X. But as X changes size, as X changes size, that would change your perimeter.
I was
Right?
thinking.
So what 86 now asks us is, so what if X is 6? Or what if X is a half? So real quick, let's do the perimeter for all three just for X is 6. I'm going to draw a little line and separate these two pieces of the problem. So if you're like me and you want to keep your... Let's do perimeter first. Right? Let's just do perimeter first. Well, wait. 4x plus 8, 4x plus 8, 4x plus 8. Guys, they all have the same perimeter. So for perimeter, we can just say instead of 4x plus 8, what would I do? It's all coming together now. Instead of writing 4x plus 8, they tell me x is 6. So write 4 times 6 plus 8.
Moss is flabbergasted.
What's 4 times 6?
24.
So we're going to write 24 plus 8. What would that be? 32. But wait, what if they shrink it down and x is 1/2 instead?
Oh, wait, then
Then instead of 4 times 6,
4 times 1/2.
yeah, we're going to have 4 times 1/2. Well, guys, what's 4 times 1/2? Oh, 2. What's 2 plus 8?
10.
And wait, these are naked numbers. These are inappropriate.
Oh, X.
Units. Just units. Because we don't know what we're measuring in, so we could just label it units. Yes.
You forget to label something on the like that count as a
I sometimes write dogs, cats, pizza, ? Or I just put a line after it with a question mark saying what is the label? Sometimes I just stop you in the hall and I say, hey, inches times inches. And you're like, inches squared. And I'm like, okay, good.
you know what
Yeah.
I
But
was-
wait, we gotta do area, right? So I'm gonna little scribble. Now, area for our first one here was x squared plus 2x plus 2. So we don't have to do all of these, but we do want to practice one of them. So guys, hey, look up here real quick. Put your pencil down real fast. If x is 6, right, big if, this edge would be 6, and this edge would be 6, how big would this square be if we talk about area? 36, because we'll do 6 times 6. When we go to write this out, instead of x squared, we will write 6 squared. Then, instead of 2x, it's 2 times our 6. And then the plus 2 is still plus 2. So now go ahead and get that on your paper. We're replacing... Excuse me, got too excited. We're replacing any x we see. We're replacing any x we see with the numbers that we just talked about. So we're going to write it out. We're going to show the work. 6 squared plus 2 times 6 plus 2. June?
Do we need these tiles anymore?
I mean, it's all kind of up to your brain of whether you want the tiles to compare to or not. So we said this would be 36 plus 12 plus 2. And that would be, well, what's 36 plus 12? 48 plus 2 more. What'd you say, Ivan? 50. But guys, since this is area, it would be units squared. Area always gets a square in its label. And then down, let's go ahead and do the other area if it was a half. So if x was a half, and we're just going to focus on the area of our first shapes up here. Now wait a minute, 1/2? Hold on.
Wait a minute.
If this, hold on, if this is a half by a half, what's a half by a half? How big would that square be, miss? It's a fourth. So 1/2 squared, guys, that's a fourth. 1/2 squared plus 2 times our half. What's 2 times a half?
A whole.
A whole.
Yeah.
And we get 3 1/4 units squared. So as soon as you get that on your paper, I want you to look at 87. Guys, it's tougher. Talk with your partner for a couple minutes. There's some weird stuff going on here. So like June, when you asked about do we still need our tiles out, if I was you, I would set up a tile and kind of build this shape and talk with your partner about, guys, what I care about is perimeter. Let's focus on perimeter right now, because perimeter's tougher. Let's focus on perimeter. Yeah. Yeah. We don't know.
Or would it still be eggs?
I don't talk with your partner. You got a partner there. Ivan's looking a little sleepy.
Maybe talk with Gabe and see if he has the same ideas.
Since you asked the same question.
Poor Gabe.
No.
Pretty much, yeah, the same as you. Almost. Don't want to give it away just yet.
What's going on?
Miska's just big brain.
I was trying to get my.
I think it might be.
But then what would be Miska's contemplating life.
Miska's just really confused.
What's the meaning of everything?
What's the meaning of being a human?
This is like the
But then what would
next
be
level
the
question.
cap?
What does it mean to be human?
Technically,
What
every
does it
single
mean?
class
What
is
is
just
life?
connection.
All right.
What does it mean?
Now, if you've already been called on, you know that you probably aren't getting called on again. But time to deal with the tough stuff. Donovan, can you give me at least one label of this shape, and then you can decide how much more you give me?
Above the tallest unit is X. Like, no,
Like over here,
no, not over there, but like where that unit is right there, you see it? You
here.
Go up one, yeah, that's X.
So like here,
Yeah, that's X.
C.
just this segment.
That's X.
No.
But I
Yeah.
hold on. So Donovan, I thought we had labeled on our other paper that this edge is X.
When you demonstrate at that foldy thingy, X can be anything.
Ooh. So Donovan's got a real good point. X can be anything. So the problem is, if I make this edge X, that's my X, right? If we say that's our X, so if we start here, this edge can't be X. So I love what you're saying, that X can be anything, but X can only be one thing in each problem, right? So if we say that this edge is X over here, this portion, I don't, like, and Misk was asking me, is that one? Like, I don't know. But I think,
Sit down.
Why'd you say it like that?
so guys,
He's got random cards, guys.
wow,
We don't
I've
let
got a
everybody
hand
have
too. Look, I've got 5 fingers.
Wow, that's so cool.
Look at my hand.
I got
Nate, any thoughts? You want to fill in any, like, you don't have to go to the red sections. You can fill in something else. Or you can, like, whatever you want to do.
What?
Gabe?
So I feel like that would be
What would?
the right part.
Why? Like what I just made red?
Yes.
So why? Talk to us, Gabe.
I feel like it is X minus 2 because since there's two, one's blocking like the whole thing from coming out right.
But would that bottom be too?
Sorry, my smart word's getting weird. I need to unplug and replug my labels or my cables. So, Gabe's absolutely right.
Wow.
Check. Look up here. Look up here.
Dave's right.
Look up here.
You were close to that.
This length, guys. Look up here,
Yeah.
friends. This is complicated. We're gonna talk about why. This purple length, we said is X. And Gabe said, well, if I move this over, I'm missing, right? I'm missing this much and this much, which I know those edges are ones. I don't know what these gaps are, but I do know what I erased. And what I erased is one here and one here. So your red... Oh! Your
that
red
was
section together is X minus 2. Right? Your red section together is X minus 2. Guys, if you aren't color coding, it might be a really good idea. So I'm actually going to go back and move my purple back to where it belongs.
Sorry.
Alright, so I got X there. I got X minus 2 there. I need more help. Lindy, I need more help. What else can I label?
Wait.
All I've got is X and X minus 2.
Okay, so on the is the 2 box you melted or like the strip?
All I've done is purple and reds. Like that's all I've done.
So on the very top of X, would that be 1?
Yeah, on the very top of X, this would be 1. And I think also, do you want to keep going, Lindy, or are you good?
Then you can label the bottom of X.
And the bottom of X, if I stop right here, is another 1. And then, Christian, you want to help me out?
And then the cubes will be all have one top.
Yeah, I was debating color. So cubes, uh-oh. So, boom, boom, boom. How much is that? 3, so 1, 1, 1. Or you could call it 3. And then 1, 1, 1. 1, 1, 1. So guys, let's gather all this up. What, are you going to write it all out in pieces as we take a walk? Because I want to go for a walk. If I go for a walk,
Oh, we're not actually going.
I've got x plus 1.
I'm so excited for you.
I gotta fix this. Yeah, I gotta fix this.
It's the smart boy. 67. That's true.
Alright, x plus the 1. I gotta do the entire x plus 2, or x minus 2 together, because those two sections, like, broken apart together are x minus 2, plus 3 more, plus 3 more, plus 1 more, and did I get everything?
Yes.
So together, how many x's?
2.
2. Guys, even though this x says x minus, this is still x. It's x there, x. We have 2 x's. What is our constant value when I put it all together? Well, 3, 6, 7, 8 minus 2. What's 8 minus 2?
6.
So this will be 2x plus 6. That'll be 2x, that for perimeter, that guy will be 2x plus 6. So guys, real quick, if you look at the next one on your paper, I think most of it is not bad until this section. What would that section get labeled? Lindy? It's also x minus 2. Because over here, this, right? Like, that's x, right? We said this edge, that's x. If I move it over, I'm missing this. I'm missing this. That's a 1, that's a... So over here's x minus 2. That's all the time we got today.
That was
How do you make those like squiggle?
That was big brain. Big brain stuff
That's
there.
bad. I didn't make that.
You don't want to go, I mean, it could, but you don't really want to start fixing everyone messing down. You'd like to keep everything in x's if you can.
Not even try to keep all that stuff together.
Miss Martin.
Yeah.
I have 2 things in math, but
There you
one
go.
of them is
Nice.
just shows up on mine.
You talking about that chapter 3 one that I gave you guys back like a week ago or
You know
so?
what that is? Where it's like big cash.
You talking about for me or for a different class?
Oh.
Oh, you mean you got checks? Nice. I misunderstood what you meant.